Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are all welcome to the ETE Talks. As we engage, we transform and empower. I want to thank you so much for coming. And to those who are watching us from home, you are welcome. So right now, I'm going to introduce our forerunner. His name is Coach Tafadzwa. With his topic, Principles and Means for Success. Can you please give him a round of applause?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for coming. I also want to thank the Grandmaster Coach, Dr. Duri, for giving me this opportunity to speak. It's a great honor. Okay, so I only have 10 minutes, so I'm just going to rush through. So my topic is principles and means for success. So we are talking about prioritizing your goals. Okay, so from our definition, principles and means from our topic, principles and means for success, there are a few definitions that we are just going to look at. Okay, so there are different definitions of success. The first one is achieving a desired goal or objective, that's success. There's also overcoming challenges or obstacles to reach a desired outcome. That's also success. But I have a favorite definition. My favorite one is it says actually, success is the right application of revealed principles and means. So this one, like all of them, you can apply it on any area of your life. It can be a goal or objective, and you can have beautiful results because it talks about the right application of revealed principles and means. So you can measure your success at different stages of your life, including your goals, objectives, your priorities. So society tells us that to be successful, or when you are considered successful, you have to go to school, go to the primary, secondary, college, university, get a job, get those symbols of wealth, and then they can say you're successful. But success can be measured at any stage of your life. Even if you're in high school, you can be a success at that stage. You go to college, university, you can be a success at that stage. Even if you're starting out in business, at your infant stage, you can be a success at that stage. Okay, so success can be measured in various ways. I just put a few here. So there's financial success. We are looking at wealth, prosperity. There's career success. That's advancement, recognition. Personal success. That's fulfillment, happiness. Social success, health success, educational success, creative success. So there are quite a few. Okay, then what is a principle? A principle, it's a fundamental truth, proposition, or concept that serves as a foundation for belief, behavior, or decision making. It is a guiding principle that shapes our actions, judgments, and values. So principles, they provide a framework for decision making, problem solving, and evaluation. You discover that every decision that you've ever made, there is a guiding principle to that. You might not know, but it's there. And then principles, they help us distinguish right from wrong, good from bad, and they guide our actions and decisions in life. Okay? So principles are often universal. These ones, they apply to all situations and circumstances. They are consistent. These ones, they remain the same over time and in different contexts. We've got fundamental principles. There are moral principles. We also have essential principles. So like I said, I only have 10 minutes, so I'm just rushing through for our main our main speaker, Mr. Clemence Mutembo. I'm like John the Baptist, just clearing the way for him. All right. So now means, when you talk about means generally we are talking about how. So in general, means are the ways, the resources or the tools used to accomplish, achieve or express something. Those are means, the how part. How do I accomplish my goal? Principles provide the direction and purpose. And then while means provide the way to achieve them. So you have a goal, you need a principle that is going to provide the direction and purpose for that goal. And then you need the means that's going to provide the way to achieve that goal. You see. And then, all right, so here's the principle that I have. I'm a Christian. So I love the word of God so much. So I found a very, very powerful principle that I believe if we can grasp, if we can use, it can really change our lives when it comes to success. So it's on Matthew 5 verse 6. This was Jesus speaking. He said, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled." This one is from the NIV. So the key words here is hunger and filled. Blessed are those who hunger. Don't worry about thirsty for righteousness. You can put success there. Blessed are those who hunger and thirsty for success, for they shall be filled. It can work for you. So you need to get hungry for success. You need to be hungry for success. Success, it's not as I said, success, it's not a destination, you see. But you need to be hungry for it. When you get into a room, be the hungrier more than everybody else in that room. So how hungry are you? When you are walking in the street, be the hungrier than everybody else in that street. How hungry are you? In your office, be the hungrier more than everybody else there. Because when you are hungry enough, you will surely be filled. It's a principle. If you are hungry, you'll be filled. In other words, you will get the result that you are looking for. It's done and dusted. Okay. So now, how to birth hunger for success? So these are just a few. There's a lot of them. How do you birth that hunger for success? You need to set big goals. Don't set small goals. Small goals are for small people and small thinking. Go for big ones. Because you guys are big. We are big. If your goals can't move you or scare you, it's not big enough. If you look at your goal and it can't move you, it's not big. If it can't move you, how will it move God? Then change your circle. You need to let's work on our circle. If you are the most inspired or motivated in your circle, you will not move beyond that. So you might have, maybe as coaches, we've got people that we coach, we talk to and everything. But let's also have a bigger circle we belong to where we are learning and growing as well. You need exposure. Expose yourself to materials, events, resources that will inspire you in line with your goals. Things that will fuel your passions, skills, talents, and gifts. So these are some of the ways you can birth the hunger. So this is what hunger will do for you. When you get hungry for success, it will birth in you the winning mindset. Because mindset is very important when it comes to success. It's very important. You will be resilient irrespective of the obstacles. You will always face obstacles. They will always be there. If you're not facing obstacles, something is wrong. You will see things differently. When you are hungry, you will see things differently. You will see opportunities where others see problems only. Have you ever met people who, when you talk to them, all they tell you is problem? They'll tell you 100 problems, not even one solution. But when you are hungry, you are seeing opportunities. As he's talking, you are picking opportunities from whatever he's saying. When you are hungry, you will have higher levels of energy to handle. Your energy will be different. When others are sleeping in the night, you are awake. You are hunting your goals. You are pushing your goals. You will move with speed. This is important. If you are hungry, your speed is different from everybody else. Because your time will be of essence to you. You will prioritize your time. Grandmaster Coach Tafadzwa always says, time is infinite, but yours is finite. Because you've got a window. You see, you have a window. So you need to prioritize your time. What hunger will do for you, when you are hungry, you will stay motivated, inspired, disciplined, and focused. You'll be focused because you are hungry. You see, hunger will attract to you. I love this one also. Hunger will attract to you the right people, the right circumstances, the right resources that will cause you to fly higher. When you are hungry, you attract the right people. You attract the right circumstances. You attract the right resources. Let me give you an example. If you want to buy a car, maybe it's a red Polo Vivo, all right? The moment you decide I want to buy a red Polo Vivo, all you see when you walk is just red cars. You start to notice red things, red cars. When you go on your Facebook, you just start to see red things because the universe is bringing these things to you because you are hungry. Hunger will bring you inside information. You will just know things. You will know where to go, who to talk to. So get hungry. If you're hungry already, you need to be more hungry. Okay. Here's my conclusion. You've got to want success to be successful. So there is need for directed effort. It doesn't just come on a silver platter. You've got to want it. You've got to want it. The only creature powerful enough to stop you from being successful is you. It's only you. It's never the economy. It's never the background. It's never your level of education. It's you. And on you, the only problem is your mind. So you've got to change your thinking. Let's change our thinking. We've got to change our thinking. To be very successful, the principles are very simple. Most of these principles are simple little things. Most of these principles are simple little things you can do every day that most people don't do. They overlook these things. But these are simple things. You can do it every day, every day, every day. You know, people believe in breakthroughs. I don't believe in breakthroughs. Yeah, there are instances where, but it has to be a build up because there is no future that is not connected to today. Your future is connected to today. All right. You can't stop a hungry man. If you are hungry, you will never be stopped. No one will stop you. Nothing will stop you. So get hungry. Work on your mindset because it is your first tool to greatness. Mindset, it's everything. You are where you are now because of the quality or the content of your thoughts, the things that you've allowed in your mind. They are the ones that have brought you here. So let's work on our mindset more than anything else because it is the first tool to greatness. Okay, so we're just going to do a confession together. Let's just do it together or just follow after me. Say, I'm in control of my mind. I am a success. Let's do it again. I'm in control of my mind. I'm a success. Yes. So there's nothing that can stop you, ladies and gentlemen. Success is waiting for you. It's waiting for you. So this is all I had at this moment. Like I said, I'm just clearing the way for Coach Clemence. Thank you very much for your time.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much, Coach. Can you please give him a round of applause again? Be hungry for success. Majins Birantika. Be hungry for success. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. That was so powerful. So right now I'm going to introduce our main speaker tonight. His name is Clemence Mutembo. He's the superstar of customer service. You have to take note of that. Clemence Mutembo is the superstar of customer service. He's the CEO of the Zimbabwe's foremost, very popular and highly attended business forum, Harare Business Forum. The forum has been attended by thousands of people from its inception in September 2016 to date. Clemence is a dynamic and top fighter business speaker, trainer, presenter, facilitator, consultant, and coach. As a result of the strategic relevance of his messages, Clemence is being invited to speak at many events, organizations, and companies. Clemence speaks on customer experience, customer service, sales, brand building, and entrepreneurship. And tonight's topic is business mindset. Can you give him a round of applause?
It's an absolute pleasure being here. I'm so excited and I feel so honored that we have this great opportunity to come through and share some few principles that relate to this really great subject of entrepreneurship. The topic that I'm running with tonight, business mindset, is a topic that, is so pertinent, is so amazing, is so profound. Because when you speak about business mindset, a lot of things, they start to run in my mind. When you look around, if you look around in the entire world, you will see that there is so much that is happening that is from an entrepreneurship standpoint. You will see there's so much that's going on. You see some restaurants, you see some really different businesses that are happening. So that when I look at that, I see that there is so much economic activity that's going on, which to me indicates that things are happening. Basically, that is what it shows you. Despite the differences that could be there when it comes to the economic performance of this country, because when a country is functioning, a country like Zimbabwe is functioning, you will see that the country has its economic output, which they measure through what economists call the GDP. So the GDP is just the value of the goods and services which are produced in that country for a particular period, typically a year. So whether a country is having so many political issues, it still has to report its performance in terms of what sort of output it has produced. Whether there is war in that country, whether there is political instability in that country, it still has to report what sort of output it is achieved in terms of its economy. So, on an individual level, you will see that if you are going to participate in the world of business and entrepreneurship, it means you have to have this psychology and mindset of telling yourself that in spite of all the problems and challenges that the environment could be having, you still have to participate in that economy. Because anyone who has studied strategic management will know that a business is a unit that functions in a multiplicity of contexts. A business works in the political environment, a business works in the economic environment, a business works in a social environment, a business works in a technological environment, a business works in an ecological environment. A business is a unit that also functions in a legal environment. So a business is a unit that functions within a multiplicity of contexts. And so anyone who's going to run a business has to be obviously aware of these factors and forces that impact on the business. We have no control sometimes on the political events that happen in an economy. We don't have sometimes control over the economic variables that impact on the economy. For example, we may not have control over the rate of inflation that will be, bedeviling our nation. We may not have control over certain economic variables, but that does not stop you from pursuing business, because you can't, one of the most exciting things that I've just noted is that you cannot wait for circumstances to be all perfect for you to say, I'm now starting a business. Truly, you will never start a business. Actually, you will see that the mindset and the programming and the psychology of running a business is so much correlated with seeking problems, seeking needs, and seeking to solve them. That is what predominantly makes up this thing called entrepreneurship. Because entrepreneurship, at the core, at the heart of it, it is seeking to fulfill people's needs, to satisfy people's needs, but of course, doing it at a profit. Fundamentally, that's what entrepreneurship is all about. It's all about seeking what people want and what people need, and then seeking ways in which you can configure or fashion some value that you can take and deliver to those people. That is what business is all about. And so the exchange of value from you as the business person to that group, to that target market, is what business is all about. A mutually beneficial exchange of value between parties. You as the business and the market, or the people that are going to be buying whatever it is that you are selling, the mutual and profitable exchange of value between these two parties is what business fundamentally is all about. So you will see that if you are someone who is so much afraid of risk, people vary in terms of the degree to which they can absorb problems and risks. People, there's a very huge, spectrum in terms of the degree to which people can take certain risks. Kuna munhu wekuti anonzwa zvakamuomera kutenga kana drink rake rekuti angomawo zvake iye pachake. Unonzwa achitaura kuti handonyura. Drink, unonzwa achitaura kuti ndikatenga drink ndinonyura. Drink re 50 cents. Asi, because kwaari ari kuona it's risky, anonyura. Akabvisa that 50 cents. Vari kuenda vanhu vakadaro. Anzi ndonyura. Ndiri kunyepera vari kuenda vanhu vakadaro. Play it safe. Play it safe. Anzi ndonyura. Akatenga drink re. Anzi zvinodhakwa. 50 cents. He cannot invest in a drink remari re 50 cents. Saka vanhu ava vanosiyana. Saka that is almost the same ku business. So ku business, you will see, okay, what business am I in? What authority do I have to talk about the business? We are running inonzi business support plan. So this business support plan, ichangotanga zvayo. In the interest of practicality, let me show you this business support plan. Okay, maybe because this is what zvisingaitike. You want to see munhu ari kutaura iye ane business here. Irika iri pana. This is Do practical yacho. So this thing that I'm giving you, munane, this is practical. This is, so it's real. So I have a business, which I have. I have a business that I've got. So this business, munano joina ne, it's either no chisarudza package yauri kuda, ukada kusarudza ye $1 per month, ukada kusarudza ye $2 per month, unowana rubatsiro muma areas akanyorwa hapa. Animaona, inonzi business support plan. Saka this business support plan, it is the first muno muZimbabwe. Yekuti ukajoina, unokwanisa kubatsirwa, uchipiwa rubatsiro, guidance, information, knowledge, muma areas akanyorwa. Ukajoina ye $2, unowana unlimited access kuma consultants anenga achikubatsira. And then ukajoina ye $1 per month, unowana 4 sessions, 30-minute sessions, unowana consultant achinga achikubatsira. Saka, that is the business that I'm into. So by December, we are actually working with 25,000. Vanenga join that support plan. Nema $2. Ndoja turi kuweka. So munano saka yani business ile njiro rangu irandina. Ndinga ndina business. So that is my business. Saka vanenge vachida kuzojoina zvavo vanozojoina afterwards. Ukada kujoina $1, it's up to you. Nungo chingobhadhara $1 rako pakupera kwemwedzi. Ukada kuzoti aiwa ndoda $2 is unlimited. Chinoita kuti ukwanise kuzowana pawadira. Ukada kunzwa zve-tax, ukada kunzwa zve-HR, ukada kunzwa whatever zvawadira, chinokupa. So this thing that you are seeing in your hands, it's novel. It's not like very new, because already there are some people that are doing Vimatex Kudara. There are some people that are doing Kudara Jimweo, Jejinana, supply chain management, what my organizations, my courses. But it's also what we then did was we came up with this, because we saw a gap, particularly with my small businesses, because every business now ku-university ndakaita marketing ndo yandakaita. So by 3rd year ndabuda ne-19 distinctions ku-marketing. Saka i-subject randinoti nzwisise mbijani. So whenever you want to do a business, understand that chinonzi target market. Wakarasika pa chinhu chinonzi target market, it means kuti for sure unenge warasika. Now, because tikutaura zve-entrepreneurship zvema-business, and that is very connected kuchinhu chinonzi target market. So target isusu takanyatsoona tikati vanhu vakawanda vanoshaya kuti voita sei nemutengo wakaderera kana vachida kuti vabatsirikane. Timutambirei baba. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I like your glasses, man. I wish I could. Saka takaona kuti vanhu vakawanda anoda kuwana somewhere paanoenda paanobatsirikana achiwana rubatsiro. That is when we then configured this package. Takaidaidza kuti business support plan. Urongwa wekutsigira nekubatsira. Saka munhu akajusa zvako, because amunokona mari dziri kutaurwa $2 ungatadza kubvisa $1 kana ndiwe chero kanzi uri kuenda kucollege, chero kanzi uri ku at least $1 pamwedzi iwoyo unokwanisa kuita sei kuribvisa. Saka this product was formulated out of a realization yekuziva kuti kune vanhu vakawanda vanozvida zvinhu izvi, but vachida nemutengo wakanaka. Saka chinhu chinonzi price. So when I started doing marketing, kundichidzidza kuchikoro, chinhu chandakatanga, because when you do a program remarketing, unotanga kudzidza chinhu chinonzi marketing mix kuti chii. Saka kana chinzi marketing mix, marketing. So when you start marketing, all the 4 years uri kustada dzedzi uri kustada marketing mix kuti inofamba sei. Saka kana zvinzi marketing mix zviri kurehwa zvinhu zvaunofanirwa kuita get right, zvinhu zvaunofanirwa kutarisa uchimeka sure kuti zvinhu izvozvo wazvigadzirisa. Saka zvinhu izvozvo chimwe chacho chikasashanda zvakanaka zvinokanganisa performance yemix yese, because ichinzi marketing mix zviri kunzi zvinhu izvi zvinofanira kuwirirana uchinyatsozvishandidzana zvakanaka, ndo mix wacho. So zvinhu zvacho i4. Pane product, place, price, promotion. Ndo zvinhu 4 zvaunofanira kutarisisa kuti product yako izotengwa. Ukaona product isiri kutengwa unofanira kuvheneka zvinhu izvozvi zviri 4 kuti product yangu, because ukabheka chingwa chako chisina kunyatsoibva, chine flour pakati, woisa muplastic, woda kunochitengesa uchikompitana na bakers in, vanhu vangatenga here chingwa ichocho? Apa tikutaura variable yekutanga inonzi product. Chingwa chine flour pakati, chingwa chakaita sei? Watadza paproduct. Mazvona, even ukabika sadza risina kunyatsoibva rine mapundu, it means kuti watadza paproduct. Saka ndimuri kuona kuti product is a key and fundamental variable that you have to look at because it impacts the performance of the mix. Chechipiri unofanira kutarisa chinhu chinonzi price. Price yako, price tikutaura kuti vanhu vanotenga chinhu ichocho nemari, because price zvakare ine chokuita nekubudirira kwebusiness kana kusabudirira kwaro business iroro. Saka price, so pane zvinhu zvitatu zvinokwanisa kubatsira munhu ari kuita business kuti asete price yake, ndo anonzi determinants eprice. Chinhu chekutanga, price inosetwa kune inonzi cost based pricing. Uri kuprice zvinhu zvako nekunzwisa kuti macost ako akamira sei, because the whole idea of business is making a profit. And so whenever you price your products, you have to be cognizant of how much it's costing you in terms of my fixed costs and my variable costs. And then mazona, that's okay. So kuna cost based pricing, quite a customer based pricing, quite a competitor based pricing. So zvinhu zvitatu zvaunofanira kutarisa. Mamwe vari kuita zvakada kufanana nezvandiri kuita, vari kuchajawo mari, zvinobatsira kuti uve an idea yekuti ucha price zvinhu zvako sei. And then of course customer based, kuti customer iri willing kubvisa mari pachinhu. So the reason why product yedu iri kutambirwa nevanhu vakawanda ye-support planning is because munhu wachona ari kuitungamirira akaita marketing anonzwisisa kuti marketing inofamba sei. Saka so far vanhu vari kujoina, vari kuzvifarira stereo. Muchatinzwa paredhiyo eso taitota majingles acho, I think mangwana anenge abuda ekuisa paredhiyo. Ndainzwa paStar FM, paRadio Zimbabwe, paCapitalk, the business support plan urongwa hwakarongeka ndo inenge chiranga pai. Inakumira zvakanaka support plan mukoma, support plan chirungwa inakumira zvakanaka. Saka I'm giving you a practical example and relating, ndichikuratidza zvinhu zviri practical zvandiri kuita inini ndakamira pana ande mazvona. So chinhu chinonzi business mindset chine chekuita nekuunderstanda zvinhu izvozvo zvatiri kutaura nezvazvo, because iyo mindset yega pachayo ndo like starting point, ndo inobakidza zvinhu, because mindset kana ikange isiriyo, munoziva kuti mindset varare kuti mindset riri synonymous nevarare kuti attitude. Zvinhu izvozvo zvakada kungoenderana. Your attitude towards certain things, your mindset towards something, zvinoita sei zvinongoda kufambirana. So when you run or when you want to get into business, because panapa we could have a mixture yevanhu varida kupinda business nevari mubusiness kudhara. So mindset is a certain posture, a mental posture it's a certain way of thinking. Kana ndichiti a way of thinking, ndiri you need to know kuti chero chimwe chinhu chisati chamboitwa, you can be the first to introduce it. Fanika ichi che-support plan ichi titori nechimwe futi chakanzi personal support plan. In the interest of personal support plan, panapa ndangoya ne1 form chada kuti muone kuti rine chii chingo munenge mchitenderedza vachingoona. Personal support plan ndo imwe futi product yatiri kumanyana. Personal support plan inenge ichibatsira munhu in his personal capacity. So mune zvimwe zvirimo imomo zvinana mind management, what zvirimo, time management, zvaunenge uchibatsirwa unopiwa chi someone who assists you. Saka tiri kuatengesa concurrently. So entrepreneurship and getting into business and running something, unofanirwa kuti take away chinhu chinonzi fear. Ukanga uri munhu anotya stereki, andambotaura nemunhu asingakwanisa kubvisa 50 cents kuti atenge drink achiti ndinonyura. Saka getting into business and running it zviri so connected nechinhu chinonzi loss. Munoza vakagadzira accounts kune yavanoti income statement. So that income statement, vanhu pavaidzidza accounts generally yaizikanwa chinzi profit or loss statement. Anditi saka sei ichinzi profit or loss, iyo chifti aiwa ndichangoita profit chete. It's profit or loss zvinozikapa kuti kune imwe side rekuti unoita sei uno zvinhu zvako zvinononyura. Ndosaka ichinzi profit or loss. Dai kwakusina loss. Asi kana uchitya loss manje, can you be in business? You can't be in business. But hazvina kunzi chipinda business zviri reckless. But tiri kuzama kutaura kuti for you to be in business, you need a certain posturing, mental posturing that allows you, that gives you kuti no, inini kana dziri huku ndotombodzitry. And one other thing is, don't be afraid to try something. Even if you fail, you can try 20 times. You can try this business, rikaramba, you try another one. Azvirambidzwe in the world of entrepreneurship. Hakuna mutemo pano pasi pezuva unoti munhu akazama 50 times haachabvumirwa kuzama futi business. Hakuna mutemo iwoyo. Handina kusada zvangu law, asi naye uri imi malawyer mutemo kune mutemo here unoti ukatrya business ka50 hauchabvumirwa kuritry legally. There is no law like that. What are we saying? We are saying you need, because trying, entrepreneurship, failing and succeeding, these are words that you will always find in the field of entrepreneurship. So failing is something that can indakambotrya zvema jumping castle. Notakambochitora jumping castle. And patakakata kachiconnector. Jumping castle munozo jumping castle chekuti vana vanenge vachigija vachiti tambozvitiraya zvese zvese. The simple answer is yes. Kune munhu because kune vanozvihaisa zvemajumping castle. Asi ini ndakambozvitraya, in fact ndazvitraya 1 weekend. Amene zvakaitika uchibva chatofototoka mweya wese uchibva panga pari paroad padhuze patakanga tawana pacho pataida kuitira tichifungidzira kuti vanhu vachauya. Many years ago it was not, but the point ndiri kuti you need to try as much as possible because there is nothing which limits you. So what limits you is just your thinking yekuti ndozama futi ndoramba kuzama futi ndichi, because you just never know the idea which will work for you. Ndo zvandiri ngozama. You never know. Ndiri kunyepera mukatraya zvemakeke maybe zvinokwanisa kutadza kunyatsofambira nawo, mukatraya zvimwe zvekutengesa kana maflowers maybe zvinokwanisa, asi mukaramba muchiita muchaona kuti nerimwe negore zvinozokwanisa kuita. Muri kuona kuti even vana strive masiwa story masiwa iko zvino zvanditi vanhu vanozoti connect, but that guy uchimutrace history yake ari kunzi aiita zvemagetsi, anga ine company inonzi Retrofit yaita zvemagetsi, asi wakasangana naye paaita zvemagetsi waisafungidzira kuti achazopedzisira a global icon, munhu ari kuita telecoms dziri kutekeshera nyika yese. Saka munhu iyeye ndo paunoda kuti usatarisire munhu pasi zvaari nhasi. Don't make a mistake, because munhu hauzivika kuti mangwana anopedzisira achi, because munhu iyeye madreams ake aari kuramba achishuvira kuti dai zvakadai zvikaitika, anowana breakthrough pasingafungirwi nevanhu. Right now he is based amene kunana UK kwaakugara, but ine manhingirini kwakawanda kunana South Africa kopi, but my point is hazvisiri izvo zvaakatanga achiita zvetelecoms, akatanga achiita zvimwewo ndo zvaakatanga, asi zvinhu zvakaramba achingoramba achizvisira effort, zvakaoma zvichidii achiramba, asi nhasi uno akuita se akuningirina zvinhu zvake zvaakufamba handimaona. Asi dai akati no ndakuregera kutaura kunoku, maybe Econet was not going to be the brand that it is now. Then of course, so there's something to do with seeing opportunities as well, because iye akaona an opportunity kuti there is a growing market. There's a growing market in Zimbabwe and of course in Africa. When we say a growing market, trukuti there is an increase in demand for certain products and services. That is what it means. There is an increasing number of people that would want to purchase. Because telecoms, people who were loving telephone services, cell phone services were many. Vachitenga ma SIM card, and all that. So there was a growing market. So when they set up their infrastructure, they knew that we are tapping into markets, and by virtue of the investments that they did in the telecoms industry, they managed to then have some great first mover advantages. Because kutaura kuno, of course, during the years they have consolidated their ascent as the preferred. But they've built their brand. Vanhu Econet. Ndeimwe futi area yekuti tikazona mukana tinozouya tichitaura, because the end game, the finality of marketing is building a brand. So when we say a brand, the term brand, what it means, many people confuse it. So I did marketing. The term brand, it stands for the total impact or overall impression from all that which is seen, from all that which is felt, from all that which is experienced by customers and stakeholders around your products, around your company, around your organization. Not around the brand. It's not something that you can touch with your hands. It's something which exists in people's hearts and minds. So when we say we are building a brand, because it's part of what business is. So building a brand, unenge uchivaka chinhu chinonzi brand equity. Brand equity zvinoreva the value of the brand in the market and its strength in the market. You can say brand value. Zvakafanana nekuti tikatora two drinks, tikaisa Coca-Cola panapa, tikatora rimwe drink tikaisa apa, tikatora vanhu 100 tikati sarudzai drink ramuri kuda pamadrink maviri aya, muchaona kuti uwandu hwevanhu vanouya kuzosarudza Coca-Cola. Why is it like that? That phenomenon is attributable to a couple of things zvakaitwa neCoca-Cola in the past. So kumarketing tinenge takuanalyze madrivers nemadeterminants ebrand equity, zvinhu zvinoita kuti brand iroro rive nepulling power. Chii chinoita kuti vanhu vasarudze Coca-Cola vachisiya rimwe? Ndo inonzi brand equity kumarketing. So that brand equity ine madrivers, ine zvinhu zvinoisunda zvakafanana. Number one, high brand awareness. Brand awareness is a critical driver and a determinant ye high brand equity. Coca-Cola inozikanwa vanogara vachizivisa vanhu. Ukaenda kumamisha uchaona kuti unoona chikwangwani chakanzi Coca-Cola. Pausingafungire kumamisha unoona chikwangwani chakanzi Coca-Cola. Why do they do that? They are increasing awareness of the brand. Ndozviri kuitika ipo paya. Of course tiri vadiki tasingazivi kuti zvii taingoona Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. But uone kuzostart marketing nekuzoziva kuti zvinofamba sei, unenge wakugona kuturikira kuti zvinorevei. High brand awareness. So meaning to say, when you mangwana, I'll be here, I'll be talking about brand awareness. Pane program rikuitika kafuti pana. Brand building is one of the. Murikona number perform raminaro number 24. Ndoya ndino consult inini. So when you are building a brand, do you know we are building? Someone is building a brand. When you are building a brand, you are not building something physical. Building a brand and building a house are two different things. When you are building a brand, what you are basically building, you are strengthening the love that people have for you, the perception that people have for you, and the emotional connection between yourself as the company and the people that are buying. That is what is called brand building. If I'm to become more technical, brand building, we are basically strengthening the relationship between brand attributes and brand identifiers. Zvakafanana ndikati toothpaste. What name comes to your mind? Colgate. Absolutely. So ndikati toothpaste, the name that comes into your head is Colgate. So there is a very strong connection between the name Colgate and my attributes are now iro brand racho. So when you're going to build a brand, what you want is to be able to strengthen the connection between yourself and what you represent. Between yourself, so there's a whole lot. Chimwe chachipiri chinobuilda kuti brand risimbe. Chinhu chinonzi ma-brand associations. Ma-brand associations zvinoreva chii? Ma-brand associations zvinoreva kuti chii chinopinda mupfungwa dzevanhu nemuhana dzevanhu, chavanonzwa nezvavanofunga vakanzwa nezvebrand name renyu, kana kuti vakaona anonzi ma-brand identifiers zvakafanana nezita, ma-logos, ma-trademarks, ma-tagline, etc., etc. What comes into people's minds? So ma-brand awareness, ma-brand associations anofeedwa nezvinhu zvakaita kunge customer experience. Customer experience zvinoreva, now it is the new term that's being used nowadays to represent the comprehensive totality of things that customers are going to encounter as they move across the customer journey. You know, the customer journey from point A to point Z. So the customer journey, it is the full breadth of interactions the customers are going to have from point A to point Z. Saka pa customer journey papa pana anonzima customer touch points. Anonzima customer touch points. These are points of contact between the customer and the brand. So, for example, munakapinda mu environment yenyu kuti makamira sei. Environment can be noisy, environment can be dirty, environment can be all sorts of things. So that environment can actually give the customer an experience, a positive or a negative experience. So anything that will give the customer a positive experience, ndo anonzima customer pleasure points. Anything that will give the customer a negative experience, customer experience, inodaidzwa kunzi a customer pain point. So ndikasvika pa reception pe company, munhu epoka akanga ari rough and rude and arrogant, that person is a touch point, is a negative touch point. But kana akanga ari rough and rude, munhu iyeye anodaidzwa kunzi is a customer pain point. So a customer touch point is any point of contact that will evoke emotions of either pain or pleasure. Pain or pleasure, so there are 4 determinants of customer experience. Four the customer feels in a certain way. Number 1, the products. You will not have a good experience. Number two, because the product is the fundamental touch point between yourself as the business and the customer. It is the primary interface between you as the business and brand and the person who is coming to buy. Because customers are so central to the equation of business success. I mean, you can't run a business successfully in as much as you can have the great mindset, but if you don't fix the customer satisfaction issue or equation, it means you are bound to then fail, because customers are the principal sources of revenue. They are the ones that bring in the much needed revenue to the business. And it's been proven time and again that there is so much correlation. There is a relationship between how much you make in form of your revenue and the satisfaction that customers have. Because if customers are happy and satisfied with the experiences that they have with your business, chances are so high that they will want to come back again to buy. So that means you will have repurchases. Number two, you will have referrals as well. You are bound to have other customers that will buy from you because someone else told them about the positive experience. And that will impact on your financial profile. So what they call the financial profile is the collection of financial reports that accountants make with the view of revealing the financial conditions of the business. So accountants make what they call the balance sheet, which is a snapshot summary of the business position in terms of its assets, liabilities, and owner's equity at a given point in time. They also make what they call the income statement, which is now the report that they call the statement of comprehensive income. Now that one runs the income statement. Nowadays, there is the statement of comprehensive income. It reveals financial performance and profitability for a particular trading period, which could be a month, which could be 6 months, which could be a year. It reveals income, expenses, gains, and losses. The reason why it's now being called the statement of comprehensive income is that it's now recording other extraordinary items that are not within the principal revenue producing activities. Such things as, if you have a foreign operation, let's say in South Africa, if you do a conversion of the foreign financials into the domestic primary and functional currency, the gains or losses that you get from there are recorded in that report. It's our accounts, guys. So if you are going to be running a successful business, you need to have an entrepreneurship mindset. An entrepreneurship mindset, it's a business mindset. It's saying, I am getting into there. Of course, it's important for you to do due diligence, but the principal realization, value. Let's all say customer value. Now, having gotten more than 20 distinctions in marketing, university, customer value. Customer value, what does it mean? Customer value, benefits kana achinga dealer ne business. So my customers, they look for more value and benefits from the engagement that they do with the business. So if the customer gets less benefits than what they are putting in, it means they will have what is called negative net value position. Negative net value. For argument's sake, if we can assign some values, let's say Mutengi argu ita expend 50 and the argu in care 30 in terms of my costs. Kwari, it don't make sense because the customer is incurring less than he is getting. So if the customer is getting 50 benefits and is incurring 30 in terms of costs, kwari, so 50 minus 30, not per 20. So that results in what is called positive net value. Asi tika isa 30 kuma benefits, to isa 50 kuma costs. Kwaari, it's negative 20. That results in what is termed negative net value position. Asi mutengi akati kuma benefits ari kuona it's 50, kuma costs ari kuona it's 50. Kwaari it's balanced. Ndo inonzi balanced net value. So inodiwa ipapo. Ukaona mutengi achidzungudza kuti totenga. Kwaari ari kucalculate value. Kuti, what value am I going to get? And it's important for us to mention that the value that the customer gets from the engagement that they do with the business, it comes in 3 fundamental types. The first type of value is on the functional value. Functional value is value baba product. Kana product yacho chinge yashanda basa racho raatengera chini chocho. So the word functional comes from the word function, which means purpose. The second type of value is on the economic value. Mutengo wese ada kunzwa kuti mari yaabvisa iri kuenderana nezvinhu zvawana. Makambotenga chinhu here but mofila kuti mari yamabvisa isi kuenderana nezvamawana. Chinenge chaleka ipapo paleka chinonzi economic value. So it's a perceptual and subjective concept. Chechitatu chinodiwa nematengi, mutengi wese anoda chinhu chinonzi psychological value. Psychological value zvinoreva kuti mutengo wese anoda kuti paari kutenga chinhu anzwe mukati make kuti abatwa zvakanaka. So customer service gives someone psychological value. So when you combine functional value, economic value, and psychological value, ma value elements ari matatu, mutengi anofila kuti I am deriving some value, some benefits from this organization. So the concept of customer value is what fundamentally underpins every engagement that the business does with the buying public. So what customers want, they want value from the business, and at the same time, the business should be able to generate value which it delivers to those particular markets in a manner which is profitable, because ultimately everything is about making money, satisfying the needs of the people, and doing it in a fashion that is mutually beneficial. Tell me when we are left with 5 minutes. Oh, thank you. Our time is up. Super. So as a way of rounding up, business is about seeking opportunities. You saw, I already demonstrated to you. It's something new. You hear about it. At the same time, creating a value offer. So this is what is called a value proposition. Something that you are taking to the market to say, get this. So it's been well calculated in terms of the product. It's been well calculated in terms of the branding elements. It's been well calculated in terms of the pricing. It's been well calculated in terms of the variables, in terms of the elements, and in terms of the factors that are key in making it successful. So these are the critical things. Thank you guys for allowing us to have had this time. We look forward to further engagement very soon. So those that may want to, inform rekuti kana uchiri it's a flyer. Inform rekuti kana uchida kutojoina, unobva wangoisa ma details ako ipapo, then uzondiona afterwards. Over to you, my sister.
Wow, beautiful. Do we have business women and men in the house? Yes. Did you get something? Yes. You touched so many things. Thank you so much, Coach Clemence. That was so powerful. Yes, that's true. You need the day, because these minutes were few, very few for him. All right. Do we have anyone where we have questions or something to say before we close? Or something to comment? Say one word, Zidza. Padza mutengi, my bad. We are all good. All right, Coach. All right, Coach Tafadzwa.
I was still trying to get my notes. However, that was the customer touch point.
Yeah.
And you talked about some elements, I think, to consider from a touch point, and you talked of the product and other items.
Product, place, product, the 4 determinants of customer experience is the product, chinhu chinoita kuti mutengi afare kana kusafara. Number 2 is the environment. Number 3 is the people. Number 4 is the environment. And the environment, kuna anonzi ambient conditions. Ambient conditions, they can be understood on 3 dimensions. Kuna anonzi the spatial layout of the place, number 1. And then kuna anonzi signs and symbols. Spatial layout kuti munjimbo macho munopindika here, munofambika here zvakadi anditika. And then kuna the elements to do with the lighting, the sound, the odors, the temperature in that room, etc., etc. Those are the elements to do with the environment. And then the people must be nice, Someone must have good customer service, blah, blah, blah. Zigumburenyu rinokurisa kwarakaita, don't think kuti munokwana butsi. Muna haitengeserwa. Ndakamira zvangu. Anza ndikuona kuti zigumburenyu iri kae. Nekukurisa kwarakaita. Ndifungiri kuti munokwana. Mira ndikutsvagirei. Mira nditoenda ku next shop nditonokutsvaga. Saka anenge atadza customer care munhu.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Coach. Yes, sir.
Hi, guys.
Yes.
Thank you for the master.
Thank you.
I want to find out what you was mentioning about the target market. So how do you choose, let's say you have a target market, there are 2 customers, and the one pays but they grumble, and the one that happily pays, it's like it's a small market. How do you go about the balance?
Target market. When you want to deliver a product to a market, you need to understand concept known as the STP. STP standing for segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So segmentation is breaking up a huge market into smaller homogeneous groupings. So what that means is you are breaking, and there are a couple of bases that you can use to segment your markets. You can use geography, where the people stay, as a basis for segmenting your markets. You can use what is termed psychographic segmentation. This is the lifestyle of the people, the mindsets, of those people. You can also use demographic, variables to segment the occupation of the people, their income levels, their gender, their occupation. These are variables that you can use to segment those markets. And then there's segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So after you've finished segmenting your markets, you now need to target. Targeting is now the selection, which market am I going to see? Like Jesus with this support plan, you never hear me in Charlotte and I'm going to ZB Bank, kunotaura navo, measure support plan. Avasirivo target market. Target market is easy. Muna ari kuda kusumudza zvinhu zvake ndo target market. So segmentation, targeting, and positioning, because each target group in a marketing mix yayo yaunofana kuendesa ikoko. There's its product, there's its price, there's its, because if you target a certain group, because for example, if you are going to sell certain products, let's say in Epworth, you need to understand how you package and how you break down bulk so that you appeal. Because I've generally noticed people who stay in places like Epworth avada kutenga zvinhu zvine huge quantities, which is why ukagadzira hufu we uri packaged zviri smaller vanokwanisa ndikotaura as a general statement.
That's true.
Because ukandotengesa 50 kg yehufu kuEpworth hatisi kuti atengwe, asi rate of stock turnover yacho inokwanisa kunge iri low. Saka ukaunderstand, that's why katsaona kachifamba, ukaunderstand my dynamics at the target group. So pricing inachokuita ne target, it is so tied in the target. So if you take a wrong price to the wrong people, you face resistance. If you take the correct price to the correct target, the adoption is going to be easier, because vane psychology ne capacity yekutenga. Saka you need to consider that. How do these people think? Vana uye pricing yangu yakamira sei? Because you will think product yangu haifambi, nyambisirwa haisiri yo target market. Just like if vana wanaenda kunotenga mabenzi 30,000 whatever. Vanhu vaya ane mari yacho anongosvika otongobvisa. Haasviki kuchema kuti amuna here motikari yemushikashika. Haana anengerekeni because target yavo it's about ukaunderstand. Unozati ukaunderstand chinonzi target unenge waita half the job kumarketing. Chinonzi target I think ndo pane basa rese kufunga kwangu zvavo. Yes.
I take it as a step further.
Yes.
Okay. So I have a technology product.
Yeah.
The one that addresses digital literacy. One for artificial intelligence.
Yes.
So I've identified school directors.
Yeah.
And hospital management.
Yeah.
Nurses, doctors, and those who manage the medical businesses.
Yes.
As my customers. The ones in the medical field,
yeah.
They tick all the boxes.
Okay.
They have more demands, which I'm not yet there to fully service.
Okay.
The teachers, they need the product, it fits their needs.
Yeah.
They do not have money.
Okay.
So their buying cycles it's just a 90 day.
Okay.
But they are the rightful people who need the product. But the medical guys, they have the money and they need the product. So how do I pick between the two?
You now need to understand the buying behavior of business markets, because my markets, they're divided into two. Kuna my consumer markets, and my business markets. So the industrial marketing cannot B2B marketing. So in your case, we may need to interrogate the aspects further out of this setting in the interest of time, so that we see how best we can exploit, because we may have run out of time.
Yeah.
It may warrant one-on-one. Maybe mungatopinda pachirongwa ichi. Chinokwasa kufuta. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Coach Clemence, you need a day.
Mungatopinda pa chirongwa ichi che support plan.
A full day.
Oh, mama wachipiwa. Ndechongoti munobvisa either $1 per month, munowana 4 sessions, kana kuti $2 per month, munowana unlimited access to muchitsanangurirwa zvamunoda kunzwa. Thank you.
All right, so those who have more questions, those who want to interact with him, you can see him after this. So I want to thank you so much for coming, for attending the ET Talks. We do this every Thursday from 5 to 6. So thank you so much.